friends, we're in a little bit of a different spot today for our practice. So one of my students requested that we have a practice that's focusing on the inner thighs and sciatica. So that's what we're going to do today. I would like you to all start by lying on your back. Bringing your feet flat on the ground, about hip width apart, and placing your hands on your sacrum. So your sacrum is pretty much where your hip bones are, a little bit underneath your belly button. Resting your elbows on either side of your body, tucking your chin slightly, and as we do, connect to breath. Breathing in and out a little bit deeper, a little bit fuller. Notice how this feels, of course, physically, but also what comes up emotionally. What emotions are stored here? What memories and what powerful feelings? The intention is to lovingly accept whatever it is that we are feeling in our sacral. Without pushing those feelings away. The Svadhisthana chakra is a powerful energy wheel that can assist with letting go. So phase one is to acknowledge your feelings and how you deal with emotions, how you express your emotions. Phase two is to figure out how you're going to take action in order to nurture relationships or nurture emotions within the relationship to self, and really to become resilient by allowing yourself to adapt when change occurs. With all of that in mind, bring your feet together and your knees apart. Allow your inner thighs to soften. One more big breath here. And place your feet flat on the ground. Bring your right ankle onto your left knee. Option to stay or draw your left knee towards your chest. So you're in charge. You can pull the knee closer, or you can release it further away. Okay, let's swap out the legs. This is really good for sciatica. If you struggle with hip mobility, you'll definitely be feeling this along the outside of the hip. The area where the hip attaches your glutes. Make this shape yours by bringing your knee towards you or releasing the knee away. And release. Bring your knees to your chest and let's roll all the way up, moving straight away to downward dog. Connecting to earth as we do Relaxing the head. Moving your hips from side to side. Place your right foot in between your hands, back knee on the ground, and tuck toes, push the hips forward. 5, 4, 3, keep pushing the hips forward, and release, downward dog. Left foot forward in between the hands, back knee on the ground, untuck your toes and push your hips forward. It's almost like you want to attach your hips towards your left ankle. Keep pushing. 3, keep pushing. 2, and downward dog. Place your right foot in between your hands, coming into a runner's lunge now, back leg straight. And continue that hip movement towards the front of the mat. So you still want to keep your back leg straight, but you want to ignite the inner thighs by pressing them towards the front of the room. So it's like you're dragging your hips forward. Don't forget to open up your chest. And we're really going to push for 10, 9, with all your might, pushing your hips forward, warming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, downward dog. Left foot forward. Align the body, making sure both hips are facing forward. Your shoulders are soft and relaxed, and your back knee is pushing back. And now exaggerate the hip movement all the way towards the front. It's like you want to attach your hips to your ankle. Attaching the hips to the front ankle. And keep pushing. 10, 9, keep that back leg straight. 7, 6, 5, squeeze the glutes, push forward. 2, 1, and down the arm. Filling up the lungs with a big breath in and big breath out. Bring your knees onto the ground and creating hip circles in one direction. Focus on the sacrum and then hip circles in the other direction. Downward dog. Sweep your right leg up now. Bend your knee and open up the inner thighs. Lift the knee up and now place your right foot in between your hands. Climbing up for warrior one, sweeping the arms up. So warrior one is really a great way to open up the inner thighs. Sweep your arms up, but let the focus be in between your thighs. I want you to imagine that you have a ball there, so you're going to squeeze into the thighs, lifting up. Bring your prayer to your heart and step forward. Arms alongside. Sweep your arms up, inhale. Dive down, exhale. Step your right foot back, warrior one, sweeping the arms up. Reaching up. One more breath, lift up, up, up. And then release your hands down. Step into your downward dog. Left leg reaches up, open up the hip, bend the knee like crazy. Really important to push yourself here to get the effects. Focus on the inner thighs, Step your foot in between your hands, Virabhadrasana. Warrior One. Push your right hip forward, left hip back, squeeze that imaginary ball, lifting into the belly, prayer to chest and step forward. Mountain. Sweep your arms up, tall mountain. Dive it down, exhale. Inhale, flatten your back. Step your left foot back, Warrior One. Isolate the inner thigh movement, pushing the inner left thigh forward, inner right thigh back, pressing down into your back heel, breathe, and hands to the ground. Let's step into plank, coming down, chaturanga. Inhale for up dog, squeezing that imaginary ball. Keep squeezing that imaginary ball in between your thighs and down dog. Sweep the right leg up, bend your knee, open up your hips like crazy. Try put your knee to the sky. Place your foot in between your hands. Warrior One. Prayer to chest. This time stepping forward, bringing your left knee to your chest for stork pose. And one of the best balances to open up the hips is tree. So left foot towards your inner right thigh, prayer to chest. Finding long, deep breaths. Turn your knee to the front. Step back for high lunge. Nice and controlled. Hands to the ground. Left knee on the mat. Straighten out your front leg for half split pose. Extend your arms forward, dropping your head towards your shin. Really pushing down. Belly towards thigh, back of the knee towards the ground. One more breath here. And rebend the front knee. Step into plank. Chaturanga. Squeeze the inner thighs up dog. Keep squeezing the butt, squeezing the inner thighs. Downward dog. Left leg reaches up. Bend the knee. How far can you lift that knee up towards the sky? It's like you're stretching from your groin towards your knee. Left foot in between your hands. Warrior One. Prayer to chest. Step forward into balance, right knee to chest. And then make this a tree pose. So if you're finding that you're losing your balance in tree, an option is to squeeze the seat up. And another trick is to push your right foot against your left inner thigh. Holding it for a few more seconds. Good. Knee towards the front. Step back for Warrior One. Hands to the earth. Back knee on the ground. Straighten out the front leg and fold all the way forward. Push down for a few more seconds. And rebend. Plank. Chaturanga. Squeeze the inner thighs, up dog. Downward dog. Doing that sequence again. Right leg reaches up, bend the knee, expand the hips. Right foot in between your hands, warrior one. Prayer to chest, stork pose, left knee to chest. Tree. This time with tree, extend your arms up into a V shape and hold it. Prayer to chest, step back, warrior one. Hands to the ground, knee on the ground. So you can go to half split again, or move into your full Hanumanasana, working on it however you like. So if it feels good for you to move from side to side, you can. You can even use a cushion or a block underneath you. Try stay upright, so we've got the head above the hips. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can extend your arms up in a V. Hands to the ground, half splits. Extend the right leg all the way back, sweeping the right leg up, and then make your way to down dog. Left leg up, inhale, bend your knee, open up your hips. Left foot in between your hands, warrior one. Mindful of the inner thighs, prayer to chest. Right knee forward, stork balance. Tree pose. Arms extended. Pray hands together, step back into your warrior one. Exhale, hands to the ground. Right knee on the mat, straighten out the front leg. And of course, the option here is to come into your full split, your full Hanumanasana. Arms up if you like. Release the hands. Half split. Sweeping your left leg up. And down dog. Bring your knees to the ground. Froggy pose. One of the most intense asanas, I think. So you're going to separate your knees from all fours. Look at your knees and make sure that your ankles are directly behind your knees. And now flex your feet. So already you can see where the pose got its name. Pretty much look like a frog. If you can go deeper, it's really good work just to stay here, but if you can and want to go deeper, you can separate your knees a little bit more, but make sure that the ankle is behind the knee. You can bring your forearms on the ground and lengthen your spine. So I notice sometimes my students want to go lower, and that's great, but make sure that the hips are in between the knees. So I notice that my students tend to lean forward so they can go even deeper. So we don't want that. We want the seat in between the knees so you can really feel the difference straight away.
try hold. Like I always say, try hold the pose without tension. Not so easy. And yogis, unfortunately, our time is up. No time for Shavasana today, unless you want to take it on your own. Come out of the pose whenever you're ready, or you can just sit and stay in it. I will leave you here. Thank you.